Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, want to touch on this here. I had a few people ask me about this, and I heard about it, didn't know much about it, and had to read through and get all the different facts that was reported, different things that was out there. And I think that when situations like this right here happen, like they say, you can't be, it's one of those situations where they say you can't cry over spilled milk. And to me, in this situation, what that means is Carmelo Anthony has lost his freedom, and he may, he still will be, probably in his 50s or late 40s when he gets out. So he still have a lot of life left, Lord willing. But I think that the lesson has to be for all young men, and everybody in a young man's life needs to discuss this and talk this over. So, from what I read, this wasn't a situation of Carmelo Anthony just was existing and he was picked out to be picked on. It was he was sitting under a tent that was a tent for another high school players and student athletes. And they asked him, hey, why are you under our tent? And can you leave? This is our tent. And he basically took the approach of make me, you know, touch me, make me leave. And it's raining. Young men have something to prove. We want to be tough. We want to be big. We want to be bad. You at a track meet, it's really no reason to have a knife on you at a track meet and to have access to a knife and then to sit under somebody else's tent, and then they want to be tough. And this is also a lesson. If you white, if you know any white people, I'm gonna tell y'all this: stop. You have to change your son's mindset. To white people, you have to change your son mindset. My friend doing 3 life sentences for allegedly killing a white boy because they went to rob the white boy allegedly, and the white boy didn't want to get down. He didn't want to give up the weed. He wanted to altercate, and allegedly, my childhood friend shot him in the shoulder, and it went through and pierced his heart or something like that, and he died. The white boy come from money and had no reason to be selling weed, had no reason to have weed, but again, he wanted to be tough. He wanted to prove something. My friends who went in to rob them wanted to be tough, wanted to prove something. Now, the white boy loses his life. The black boy is doing 3 life sentences. He took it to trial and he got the book thrown at him. Carmelo Anthony took it to trial, got the book thrown at him. He under a tent. It's a weather delay. So he probably sitting under the tent because it's raining, but it's not his tent. Instead of standing under the bleachers or going and standing in the bathroom, he's standing under Memorial High School tent. They say, can you leave? They should have just said, okay, this kid sitting under our tent. He's 17. The boy who he killed is 17. Forget it. Like, he under our tent. Like, so what? But again, they want to be tough. They want to stand their ground. They say Metcalf is bigger than Carmelo Anthony. So the witnesses said, he said, touch me. And so it's like, okay, all of that is ego. Nah, Torrey Roberts is under a lot of fire for saying that they should have had a more emotional intelligence and all of this and that. But here's my thing. Like, it go both ways because they didn't show us like George Zimmerman face being beat in and he killed Trayvon Martin and he got off scot-free. So they didn't show us Carmelo Anthony face being beat in and he killed the Metcalf, and he doing 35 years. Trayvon Martin was walking through a neighborhood minding his own business. Carmelo Anthony was sitting under somebody else's tent, but it ain't like it's their house and he was sitting in their house, or like he broke and entered. He's sitting under a tent. And then they approach him and he said he put his hands on me. I don't know what he mean by that, because I have not seen a picture of his face being beat up or brutally beat or black eye or anything like that. And so it's one of those situations of, it's like he was just scared, and he had already, and what a lot of people don't understand, and a lot of women don't understand this, a lot of moms don't understand this, but as men, and I'm gonna help y'all understand this, as men, the softer you are and the softer you grow up, the more docile you grow up. That's why I think every young boy should play tackle football early on before like the hits get real hard. The softer you are, the more you feel you got to prove. Like when you don't have to fight, when you didn't have to fight, when you didn't have to go through nothing, like in that way, you feel like you got something to prove and you walk around on edge. Like they showed the 5-inch blade that he used to kill the boy. And I ran track. I played football. I played basketball. Never once did I ever have a knife on me. And it's like you at a track meet. Like, what are you expecting to go down at a track meet? So what a lot of people don't understand about this, and they're not thinking about this, and I'm a criminology major. And I also am a former criminal. And I also have done things that I can't say and that I can't talk about. So I understand the mindset of weaponry, of retaliation, of taking a life, of all of that. I understand the mindset. And the only way you should stab somebody in the chest is if, for one, you got a knife on you because you've heard there's been big brawls, there's been big fights, there's been people like jumping on people and beating them to a pulp or whatever. You heard that, you got that knife on you. Two, they on top of you and they done got the best of you and they whooping you, and you feel like one more hit, you about to lose your life, and then you pull that knife out, you stab them in the chest. Other than that, there's no reason that you should ever pull a knife and stab somebody. And I think that a lot of times what black people, what we get into too much is we get into just being black. Oh, because I'm black, then a black person can do no wrong. Because I'm black, the white person must have deserved it. And we talking about somebody that lost their life. We talking about murder. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't care for Torrey Roberts. I don't care for him divorcing his wife and going again with Sarah Jakes. But what he said, yes, it came off as insensitive. And yes, people, son just got put behind bars. And yes, you being a Monday morning quarterback and all of that. But it is a lesson that we need to teach to our sons about emotional intelligence, about conflict resolution, about doing whatever you can to walk away. So, Karmelo, you under somebody else's tent. It's their team's tent. Go to your team's tent. If your team doesn't have a tent, rain has never killed nobody. Stand in the rain. Or ask them, hey guys, like defuse the situation. Hey guys, um, I don't have a tent to be up under. Like, hey, sorry guys, I ain't have a tent. Do y'all mind if I sit up under here with y'all? Just like that. Like, and if they say no, okay, cool. Like, do whatever you can to diffuse the situation. Like, I used to pop off. I used to pull guns on people in traffic. I used to, if somebody parked too close to me, I used to get out and key their whole car. Like, I understand being mentally unstable. I understand being reactionary. I was hitting my head probably over 100 times as a football player. Of course, over 100 times, but because you might get hit 10 times in one practice. I played football from the age of 7 to the age of 21. So I understand brain trauma. I understand being hot headed. I understand being ready to pop off, ready to end a life. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, I don't struggle with cheating on my wife. I struggle with taking one of these fools' life. I understand that. And this what you got to teach your son. You let your son know that a warrior only kills when he have to. A warrior walk away from the fight. A warrior walk away because the warrior knows what he is capable of. And the last thing a true man, a true warrior wants is to take a life. That's the last thing you want. That's the last resort. You take a life when you have no other option. Carmelo Anthony had many other options that day. Another not being up under another team tent, getting up and leaving from up under their tent when they said, "Why are you under our tent?" Understanding that they were sitting there telling him, "Can you leave? Can you leave?" And then the boy Metcalf, who was probably the enforcer, big bad, probably grabbed him or probably like, "Hey, get up." Like probably grabbed him like, "Hey, get up. You don't want to leave. I'm finna get you up out of here." And probably went to grab him. And then Metcalf didn't. Metcalf never thought. Because see, what you got to realize about white people, like they gut deer and stuff. Like they hunt. Like they learn how to shoot a 12 gauge shotgun at the age of 5. Like they're not afraid of anything. That's what a lot of people don't understand about white boys. They not afraid of anything. That like nothing you do, nothing you say is scaring them. Like they'll get drunk and they'll fight anybody. They could not be drunk and they will let you beat them in the face. Like white men are crazy. You see what they did in slavery. You see what they did. The last problem you want is with a white man. You really don't you don't want to fight a white man. You don't want to do nothing with no white man because he's going to make you kill him. He's going to make you kill him. So what you want to do is avoid that situation at all costs. You want to walk away, like live another day. Live another day. And we have to stop teaching our sons, "Oh, if they hit you, hit them back. Oh, if they do this, you better do this. You better do this." Tell them, listen, you know you bigger than them. And when I say bigger than them, I mean a bigger person. You know you're a bigger person than them. You're a better person than them. You're a smarter person than them. You ain't got nothing to prove. They got something to prove because they weak. And whether you talking about any other man, regardless of their color, any other woman, regardless of their color, you let your sons know, and you can let your daughters know too, because sometimes girls is killing people too. Young girls beating the brakes off people, taking people's life, and all of that. Talk to your kids about conflict resolution. Talk to your kids about de-escalation. Talk to your kids about being the bigger person and walking away. And you defend yourself when you have to defend yourself. You don't have to, if somebody touch you, you don't have to stab them. If somebody is beating you to a pulp, for this young man to have lost his life, and see, for me, like, yeah, I don't like nothing about what white people done to black people in America, but I'm not gonna walk around and use that as a license to kill. I'm not gonna walk around and use that. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. And when I get on here and I have to talk bad about white men or white women or white people, I do that. And it probably white people who follow me that I done lost. I done lost a lot of white people when I got to tell the truth about them. But at the same time, I had to tell the truth about us. So what I need to see for this young man who is 17, what I need to see for this young man to have lost his life at the age of 17, what I need to see is for the other young man's face to be battered and bloody. I need to see a big black eye, a big knot on the head. I need to see a swole jaw. I need to see all of that right there. I'm looking right here at the pictures of Carmelo Anthony and of his mug shot. He don't have a scratch. I don't see a scratch. I don't see no blood. I don't see nothing. And I'm looking at the white boy that he killed. The white boy that he killed don't even look like the big bad. The white boy that he killed look soft. He looked like a boy band. He got the little shaggy hair that come down to his eyes. Even if he shaved that off and was what they call a skinhead, I still wouldn't be scared of him. So it was no point in purpose in this. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and he was in the streets way deeper than me, way heavier than me. And he told his story. He wrote a book. And he said, cuz I'm okay to tell my story, but it got to end up in a positive light. It got to show me in a positive light of who I am today. And he was way deeper in the streets than me. And when I was in the streets, he was my upline. So he was the person, he was my plug, what they call it. So he was my plug, and that's who I got the work from, the weed from. And he wouldn't let me sell no cocaine or nothing like that, nothing white, because he said that come with a lot of time, cuz. And so listen to me. My cousin got stories to tell and was way out there. And I'm here to tell you today, we ain't have to take nobody's life. We ain't have to get no bodies on. We ain't have to do all that. Because, and I could look at Karmelo and I could look at the white boy and see me, I read people. I could tell you a whole life story. I could tell Karmelo is soft. I could tell that white boy is soft. And I'm gonna tell y'all what's happening with these young boys. Oh, let me get back to what my cousin was saying. He was like, cuz I'm listening to these rappers talk. And he was like, I'm listening to them talk and I'm listening to them tell their stories. And he was like, I could tell, but you ain't never been in them streets. But you weren't never in it. You weren't never in it. Based on what you saying, I could tell you weren't never out there. Because money, no money, struggle, no struggle, pain, no pain, like killers, no killers. And so for him to say that, I already knew it was the truth. But these rappers is rapping so tough, and it got our young men feeling inadequate. It got our young men feeling like they soft and they have something to prove. It got them feeling like they gotta be tough. They gotta look a certain way, walk a certain way, dress a certain way, talk a certain way. And what we have to do is we have to debase these rappers. We have to break down these rappers. Whatever rapper your son listening to, I need you to go Google that rapper, pull up that rapper childhood photos, and show your son, this is who you're listening to. This is who he really is. He's not tough. He's not a thug. He's not a killer. You trying to wear dreads. You trying to wear this. You trying to wear braids. You trying to do all of this. I had to tell my son all the time, like, son, because he got tattoos and stuff. He like tattoos. And I had to tell my son all the time, like, son, I get it. All the pro athletes, all the guys in the World Cup, they all got the, I know what this is called, the World Cup, whatever this is called, FIFA. They all got tattoos. So many of them got sleeve of tattoos on their arm, on their leg. I'm like, listen, don't let your tattoos be louder than your game. You want all them tattoos, you need to be a pro. You need to be a pro, because other than that, you're going to be a bum. Don't nobody want no tatted up, broke, accomplished nothing person. Please exit and seek shelter. Oh, man, and weather delay. Sending everybody out the stadium. Oh, they're in Philadelphia. Man, whoo, man. That's unfortunate. And so that's what I told my son. Like, son, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, get your life. Like, okay, you want to eat tattoos and all of that? I'm going to let him live. That's his choice. I'm not going to force nothing on him, because that's how your child rebel. So he not smoking and drinking and having sex and doing all that right there. So it could be way worse than him getting tattoos. And I don't get caught up in that. Yes, I'm a Christian. I got tattoos. My wife got tattoos. So it ain't a whole lot we could argue about. And we did it when we was young and dumb, and we get it. We understand it now. He got tattoos on a whole nother level. And yes, I don't like it. Yes, it's embarrassing, but that's my son. He could be gay. And imagine living with that. Like, as a masculine man, as a heterosexual man, it's men who are being asked to love their gay son, and they're not gay. So I thank God. My problems could be worse. And I'm not bashing gay people or nothing like that. I'm just saying it could be way worse than him wanting tattoos. So I look at it and I just talk to him through it. And I just tell them, and I just let them know, like, son, it's permanent now. You're gonna be judged. You're gonna be put in a box. Like, you're gonna have to create your own life, your own money, your own success, because you're going to be judged and you're going to be put in a box. Your children gonna look at you funny. Your grandkids gonna look at you funny. Like, everywhere you go, somebody gonna, now it's becoming more and more the norm. Like, if you watch FIFA, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We was at the game and it was like every guy had a sleeve of tattoos. It's just a part of their culture for soccer players. You know, he's a soccer player. It's just what they do. I don't know why. Maybe because they soft and that's how they show that they tough. And when I say soft, meaning like compared to street guys, like they not out in the street selling drugs and taking lives. And I think that what young men do, what we do is we look up to the thugs, we look up to the killers, we look up to the cartel, we look up to the dope boys, because for us, that looks like you're a man. You're risking your life, you're risking your freedom. You going, and it's the dumbest thing ever, it's the softest thing ever, it's the lamest thing ever, but we don't know that. So we glorify that and we think that that make you tough. And so what I'm telling y'all is, when you take somebody's life like Karmelo did, you've already seen that in your mind. Because how many of you ran track? Have you ever took a blade to the track meet with you? I never did. It just don't make sense. Like, where is your track meet? What kind of track, and what kind of track meet got, what kind of dangerous track meet got white boys that look like the guy that he killed? That's not, if white boys like that are there, that's not a dangerous track meet. Like, what do you have this hunting knife on you for? Like, I just don't understand that. I don't understand that. And I don't understand if his parents told him to carry that knife. Like, did he have to walk home from the track meet? It was going to be dark and he carrying a knife for safety. And it is. And it's like, why would you kill this little white boy? Like that, like, there's nothing scary about him. And this is what we have to teach our kids. Like, stop being afraid. Like, okay, if you want to fight, fight. Like, go to blows. Like, throw hands. Don't ever use a weapon unless your life is on the line. And don't ever try nobody and try to walk away. Do everything you can to try not to fight, to try not to get in an altercation, because you could be testing somebody and they ready to kill. And on the same side, you also got to tell your sons, mind your business. You don't have to be the police. You don't have to debo. You don't have to come down on nobody. You see this person sitting up under your tent. It's not your tent. You didn't buy the tent. You didn't pay for the tent. It's your school tent. He under the tent. Leave him there. Let him sit under the tent. He's under the tent because it's raining. Be a good person. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's another lesson that got to be taught. Because if the other boy, parents would have taught him to love your neighbor as you love yourself, he could have told his teammates, hey guys, he under here because it's raining. Like, it's cool, man. Chill out. Like, it's cool, bro. Like, he under there. Maybe they were rival schools. Maybe their school got beef. And I'm thinking that's what it kind of came. Like, maybe they just lost to this school in a race or one of the events or something like that. I'm thinking something like that. Or maybe they fought in the past. And maybe they fought in the past. Maybe it was some chirping going on at past track meets. And maybe that's why he brought that knife. And maybe that's why in the back of his mind, he was ready to kill. And the thing about it is, he took the man's life and he did not think about, I'm gonna tell you like this right here, unless Karmelo is mentally disabled, which they didn't do an insanity plea or nothing like that, or a mentally disabled plea. So he obviously is not that, and they can't prove that. He thought he was gonna get a body and be known around town as a killer and be feared and be respected. I'm already telling you this what it is. This the mindset of us as young black men. Be dangerous. That's the mindset. Nipsey Hussle, who lost his life, used to rap about, and he had a saying to say, stay dangerous. And that was the whole thing. Like, take a life. If you got to, if you got to do a mission, if you got to step down on somebody, take a life. Get your stripes. That's how you get respected. That's what we're taught in the black culture, in the black music, in the hip hop and rap music. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't care about how you feel about it. I know about it because I am a black man who done carried weapons, who done pulled weapons. I know the mindset. I done been in the streets 21 hours a day. Karmelo's 17 years old. He's not even in those streets. He at a track meet as a student athlete. So listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Don't ever send your child nowhere. You need to check your child backpack, they clothes, everything, and you need to have a long talk with your child about having weapons. Your child should not have no weapon. If God wants your child to lose their life, if he allowed them to lose their life, then that's the path God had for your child. It must be something greater. But I don't set your child up to take somebody else's life prematurely, out of fear, out of a reaction. You should never have your child with a gun, with a knife, with none of that, because they're a child. They are a young man or a young woman. They don't fully know. Their brain ain't even fully developed till 25. And honestly, I think it might be 35 now because our processed food. So why would you have your child or condone that of your child? No, nah. Because they're going to make an irrational decision. They're going to do something they shouldn't do. They're going to get out there and make a bad decision. Like right now, I'm sitting in my office. I'm in here coaching. I'm in here teaching. I got a gun in my car. It sit right next to my leg. It's in a little flap holder, and it sit right there. And if I see somebody strange moving around or whatever, I pull it out, take that safety off, and I sit it on my thigh. And just in case something finna pop off. But even with me, I had to come to the age. I'm 42 now. When I was Karmelo age, I was up in that thing in traffic. I wasn't fully developed. I used to up a BB gun in traffic that looked like a real 9mm. My daddy said, I told my dad about it. I don't know why I told him. I'm like, I don't know if I'll tell him I was having mental health issues or concussion. I don't know why I told my daddy that. Maybe it was just a conviction on my spirit, and the Lord had me tell him so that it'll save my life. And I told my dad, I said, yeah, that I pulled a BB gun on somebody in traffic. And my daddy said, son, you keep doing that, one day somebody gonna pull a real gun on you and they're gonna shoot you. And they shooting you with bullets and you shooting back with BBs. Boy, ain't up that thing no more. Ain't up that thing no more. But I was that young and dumb. And I was older than Karmelo. I think I was 18, 19. I could have been 20. You see what I'm trying to say? I was there. I lived that mindset. I know what that mindset is like. And this what y'all got to talk to y'all sons. And I tried to do the course on Tony Gas Academy and I failed. I just ran out of time. The boys club, the boys program. I do have some videos on there. So I ended the subscription. So y'all go get them videos. And I wish I could raise everybody's son. I wish I could be a part of everybody's son life and be a mentor. I just don't have the capacity as bad as I want to. I wish I could do a call every week. I wish I had a few good men that could run the calls and be on the calls and lead the calls and stuff like that. And we just do the community for free. And one day I'll get to that place, but just nobody had the time. Nobody had that consistency. And then also it ain't about that, just about having the wisdom. Honestly, I just don't know enough men with the wisdom and the maturity that I trust to put up under my banner, under my name, to be speaking into these young men's life. Because a lot of the men out here are still being influenced by the red pill and by the man on spirit and by just a lot of toxic masculinity and weak male ideologies. And most men don't know what it is to be a real man. Most men don't understand. Like, they'll hear what I'm talking about and they'll say, oh, that's soft. Oh, you telling this man to walk away. That's what a real killer do. You walk away because you know when you get through with this person, it's no coming back from that. And no real warrior really wants that. Like, that's your last resort. That's when it's me or you. So like, yeah, if the other kid pulled a blade, then my blade got to be faster than his blade. But if he just touched me, And then Karmelo was crying. I'm listening to the recording. That's how soft that he is in his heart. A killer don't cry. If you take a life, you're not crying because that's what you had to do. That's what you set out to do. See, he didn't understand the realities of what he was doing. He probably didn't know the boy was gonna die. He probably thought, I'm finna just stab him and he gonna live and I'm gonna get credit and I'm gonna get stripes and I'm gonna get street cred for stabbing somebody. And everybody gonna know, don't mess with Karmelo Anthony. That's what he thought was gonna happen. But when you don't know enough, when your brain not fully developed, when you don't understand life and death, when you don't know what it takes to take a man life, you do something and don't realize the brevity of what you're doing, the gravity of what you're doing, the results of what you're doing. And this way you got to sit down. So I'm gonna tell you, if you got a son that's 13 years old or older, go to ChatGPT and type in, give me a breakdown of all the bullet points of the Karmelo Anthony case. You know, all of the of every side, unbiased, and get that breakdown. Go through that breakdown with your son. Go to YouTube, pull up the arrest video when they detain Karmelo and he's crying. He said, he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. He didn't say he was choking me. I couldn't breathe. He beat me almost to death. He hit me 20 times. He said, he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me. He was crying. That's how soft and scared that he was. And that is our young men today, soft and scared. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Real killers don't really kill because they so bold and they so tough and they so fearless that when they look at somebody, it's almost like they see a fly and they're like, you ain't worth my time. Like if you ever been around a real killer will look at somebody and be like, you got it. Hey, have a nice day, man. You got it. This your tent. Have a nice day. Go ahead. And they getting up and walk away. When they take that life is when that person chase them down, jump on their bike, go to beating them, or come up behind them and go to stab them in the bike. That's when they take a life. That's how a person who is a real killer, a real warrior, it's only defense. But when somebody ain't really gave you no real threat, and all they did is push you, slap you, or punch you, or grab your shoulder. The witnesses said that the white kid, McCluskey or whoever, McCluskey didn't attack him. You got multiple witnesses. These kids, you facing perjury. You get in here and lie, bro, they're perjury. You going down contempt of court. These kids, they don't even know how to lie. Like they not even trained on that level. It ain't like Karmelo was in the cartel and everybody that get on the stand is trained to not say a word. It's like they don't know how to get up there and embellish and tell no super lie. They said, no, he didn't even attack him. Like he wasn't on top of him. He wasn't pummeling him in the face. He wasn't doing none of that. He went to just grab him and move him. And then boom, they got into an altercation and he stabbed him. So it's like, listen, Karmelo going up the road. And at least he get to live. At least he get to breathe. See, traumatized black people, you put a color on everything. That white boy could have easily been a black boy. And that white boy is a black boy every single day. Every day in the streets of Memphis, in the streets of LA, in the streets of Chicago, in the streets of St. Louis, in the streets of Dallas, in the streets of this. That white boy that was killed by a black boy is a black boy that's killed by a black boy. And we get too caught up on color. We get too caught up on color. We ain't never seen no case dragged out like this when a black boy kill a black boy. And that be the devil goal, to just divide us based on color. Just let me have these people focus and arguing off of color. And it's okay. All the black people take Karmelo side, all the white people take McCluskey side. Let me see what the boy name. Austin Metcalf. So and Google it. You don't believe me? You don't believe what I'm telling you? You don't believe what I'm telling you? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Look, this after they cut his hair off because he went to jail, so they cut his hair off. This who he killed. Austin Metcalf. This who he killed. I'm gonna click on images. This right here who he killed. Look, he a tough guy. Look right here. See right here, he play football. I could tell he think he tough. He think he tough. And let me break this down to y'all and help y'all understand something. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. No, I do not feel bad for Karmelo Anthony because he's about to be 18. He's 17 years old. He decided that he want to take somebody's life. I believe in the justice system. You got to go sit down. My uncle doing 40 years. My best friend from 9th grade doing 3 life sentences. I don't feel bad for them. You got yourself in a situation. See, me, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. What make a man a man? What make a man is accepting 100% responsibility. Like I tell y'all, if I mess around and have to kill a man, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to prison at peace. I tell people all the time, keep Cherie Gaskin name out your mouth, Tony Gaskin III and Tatum Gaskin out your mouth. Don't say nothing about them. Don't come for them. Don't try them, because I will put you in your grave and I will go sit down and do life. I'm not even going to trial. I did it. I'm going to sit down. When I used to get in trouble growing up, I gave my daddy the belt. My sister used to run around the house screaming bloody murder. I gave my daddy the belt. I gave him the paddle, the switch, the whatever, and I stood there. And he got to hit me 3, 4, 5 times before I even let a tear drop. I've always been the type of person that, Lord, let me go through. Let me go through whatever I got to go through to get the lesson. Because Karmelo Anthony, at least he get to go sit down. With the mindset that he got, he carrying a knife at a track meet. This young man was going to get killed. Karmelo was going to get killed had he stayed in the free world. And he was going to keep going and going and going until he get killed or he kills somebody. Because I'm telling you from somebody that was out there, it is no reason to have a knife at a track meet unless you want to kill somebody, unless you expecting, and then to be up under somebody else's tent, another school tent, that this is not your school. Come on now. Like, and people get so caught up in the color and all of this, right? He did this, he didn't know. Is it? If I'm under this tent and you tell me to move and I don't want to move because it's raining or lightning, and you come to move me and I told you I'm not moving, now we finna fight. But under no circumstances am I finna stab you. I'm finna beat the brakes off of you. I'm finna put it. You hear me? But no, I'm not finna stab you. We at a track meet. So he stabbed the boy and then take off running. And they're like, bro. And I'm looking at him under right here under the arrest. He got on a hoodie and sweatpants. So he in whole nother clothes. He not even in track clothes. It's like, is you a track athlete? Is these spikes? Like, was you out there before and after the sound? So it's like, was you out there? Was you running track that day? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is what I try to tell y'all, and this is what I told my son too. All that hair, the hair is a statement. This NBA young boy hair. You have to be careful what hairstyles you let your son get. Mind you, look at the lawyer hair. See, the lawyer got a low cut, or whoever this is back here in this suit, and then look at his hair. trying to get wet, trying to twist up, trying to lock up. It come with a mindset. And that's why I try to tell my son want locks. What we call dreads. Y'all call them locks today. And I told him no. I said, nope. You already got tattooed. He want to get grills, the diamond grills, and all that. I said, son, all that mess is lame. Lame. I let you get the tattoo because you're a virgin. You saving yourself until marriage. You're not getting drunk. You're not getting high. You got good grades. I'm gonna give you something. I ain't giving you everything. Not when I'm footing the bill. Not when I'm paying for your Audi 5 A5 sport bike. Not when I'm paying for your college. Not when I'm putting a roof over your head. I ain't giving you everything. I'm gonna compromise somewhere now. I ain't give you everything. He got long hair naturally, so he got braids, but now he about to cut it to about this right here length. And so that's the thing. So look, he go to Memorial. The tent was a Memorial High tent that Carmelo Anthony was sitting under. And so they like, why are you under our tent? And then you see how lit the boy is. You know what I'm saying? He played football. So he got head damage. And then look, this him crying. It's like, bro, don't cry now. You should listen, talk to your son tonight so that your son not crying after stabbing somebody at a track meet. Talk to your son tonight and you let him know you're not cool. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to be tough. Stop trying to fit in. Go get straight A's. Go play your sport or your flute or your ukulele, whatever you do. Mind your business, stay out the way, grow up and become a millionaire. The best revenge is success. Let them see you on your yacht. Let them see you on your private jet. Let them see you with millions in your bank account. Stop trying to be one of these thugs. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to lock up your hair because you want to look like a killer. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to fit in. Take this part of this video and show this to your son. Fast forward to right here. Be a lame. Lames get paid. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to be tough. Stop trying to fit in. I talk to real killers. I know real killers. All of them regret it. And I'm gonna tell you something about every single killer I know. They was lame. There wasn't no real killer because real killers don't kill. Because a real killer gonna de-escalate the mess out of that situation to where they never have to put you in that grave. Because that's not what they want to do. The men who is out here taking lives, they taking lives because they're afraid. They taking lives because they're insecure, they're weak, they're soft, and they're scared. And that's why you take lives. Because you don't feel like you have enough in you to stand your own ground, to throw hands, to do what you need to do, to squabble it out and get out that situation alive. So you take a life. You immediately go to stabbing somebody or shooting somebody because you're scared. That's what a lot of people don't understand about that mentality. You're scared to death. When you're not scared, when you're truly confident, when you're truly strong, the last thing you want to do is take somebody's life. If you got to get up and get a little jog on just to de-escalate the situation, that's what you will do because you know that if you got to go all the way, you're not coming back from it. You know that you're going past the point of no return, and that's the last thing that you want. Like I used to pop off when I was young. I used to pop off and go off in traffic, and I pull a gun, and I'm finna go out to the car and pop the trunk. I'm coming back, and I was all on that mindset in the club, waiting on somebody to step on my toe, mean mugging, waiting on something to pop off because I was soft, because I was scared, because I had something to prove, because I was weak. But when I became a man, I started to understand de-escalation. When I became a man, I started to understand emotional intelligence. When I became a man, I started to understand that I could talk myself out of almost any situation. When I became a man, that's when I talked myself into a free $80,000 Hellcat. Because instead of flipping the table and screaming and yelling and cussing, I was able to sit down and talk to the GM of the whole dealership and get a free car because of what his staff did to me by running my credit them 4 times. I was able to get a free $10,000 service on my car at Mercedes Benz, who used to charging you for money, ready to charge you for money, don't never let you get off nothing, because I went up the ladder, went up the whole ladder, and just talked cool, calm, and collected about the situation that transpired, and got a free service. I then got another free service, $3,500 at another Mercedes Benz, because of something else they did wrong. But just by talking, just by going up the ladder, not crying, not panting, not huffing, not puffing, not screaming, not cussing, just talking, it's strength in your voice. It's power in your voice. So had Karmelo Anthony took and said, "Hey guys, I'm just saying, because I don't have nowhere else to sit. Like, my school ain't got a tent, and I just really don't want to get wet. If it's okay with y'all, man, can I please sit here?" Just be the lame. Just be the softy. Like, just be like, don't touch me. Bet you won't touch me. Touch me. Touch me. And I'm up under y'all tent. That's why the whole thing transpired. He's sitting up under somebody else's tent. But a lot of people ain't go look at and get them facts. Because it says a Memorial High School tent. And I'm looking at this boy right here. What do that say right there? Memorial. Right, it said right on his thing. Memorial right there. What that say? Memorial. So it's like, bruh, why is you under their tent? And it's like, come on, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And so listen, these folk, everybody done lost. This young man done lost his life. And now every racist white person in that city, they hating black people even more, because they know he didn't have a knife. He didn't pull a knife. He didn't stab Karmelo. So there was no reason for Karmelo to stab him. So now that's another reason for them to hate us. That's another reason for them to, in that city, everybody house loan getting denied. Everybody car loan getting denied. Every white person that's in power, that's in that city, they are outraged, and black people across the board finna pay a price for it. The redlining, the gentrification, all of the fine print that the underwriter can choose to ignore, ain't none of it getting ignored now because of this Karmelo Anthony situation. And the thing about it is, if you're going to be Karmelo Anthony, you got to have, this is his mug shot now. This eye right here need to be split open, leaking. Because it's like, what's the point of pulling a knife? Well, Tony, maybe he just could fight better. If you could fight better, you don't need a knife. Maybe he was about to lose and he decided to stab him. If you're not losing, you don't need to kill somebody. Like, you could just square up, and then all right, boom. You came over here to move me, even though I'm out of place under your tent, and I don't go to this high school. You came up here to move me, and I'm finna put these hands on you. And so that's the thing. And then they gave him due process. He 19, now he was 17 when it happened. Carmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf stabbing, chaotic 911 call. My friend just got stabbed. And why in the world? And then Carmelo, that's what show you he wasn't even about that life. He wasn't ready for that life, because I'm gonna tell you something else. If you a real killer, but you crazy, you just like that type of killer, you just a crazy killer like that, you not finna stop running. Nobody finna detain you, man. You finna run so fast. You finna run so fast. Like, ain't nobody finna catch you. So listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. This hurts me. It bothers me to have to even touch on this, to have to take this stance on this. Like, man, I hate that this happened. But see, for me, One thing about it is I live by and I stand by. Anybody could get it. I live by and I stand by. Live by and I stand by. That I got to keep it real. I got to tell the truth. Like I can't just do race politics, identity politics, or just because I'm heterosexual and this person heterosexual, I got to take their side. Because I'm a black person and this person black, I got to take their side. I can't do that. It just is no reason to have a knife, and this is the knife right here. This is the knife he had right here. There's no reason to have this knife even on you. And so look, see right here, it's black and white. And then look right, and he got on a gray hoodie. Look, this is a gray hoodie. And then look, this is shoes. It's like, what was he doing at the track meet? Because he wasn't even running track. Do he even run track? It's like, and look, he cut his own finger with the knife. And like, look, this he ain't even got on. Like, if you running in the track meet, for one, you don't have on pants. Two, you don't have on these kind of socks. Three, you don't have on these here shoes. Like, if you running track, you got on your trike pants and you got on your school trike uniform. So he was sitting under somebody else's tent, and I don't even know if he run trike. Prior to the incident, he was a track and football athlete and captain of both teams at Centennial High School in Frisco, Texas. So see, it's like it's Centennial and what's it called? Rival schools. And it's saying he was a captain, which I don't know if he was a captain because that typically ain't how captains act. Captains are typically leaders. I don't know if they changed that on his Wikipedia to like bolster his case and try to give him like a better route. But a captain ain't carrying no knife to the track meet. And it's just sad. But see, at this point,
hold on. If somebody is shooting the victim, they need to be over there. Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me. Dispatch 443. I got the suspects, and they're currently treating the victim. Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? I'll look here. How long? He put his hands over. I know I'm not. 4-4, copy. I'll be in route. Help, y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Go over here. I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay?
and then he got the Fear of God Essentials hoodie on. So that's like, a popular hoodie. It's very bad marketing for Essentials. I know they hate to see this, and it's a Fear of God, and he out there with a knife on him, getting in fights. And it's just sad, but it's like, this is what we got to talk to our sons about, because ain't no forgiveness, ain't no coming back. Like, ain't no second chance. Like, you get out there and you do something like this, them people finna blam you. They finna hit you with football numbers. Like, you going up the road. Like, ain't no coming back from this. Like, my uncle is doing 40 years for $20 worth of drugs, $10 worth of cocaine, $10 worth of weed, and he wanted to take it to trial. And they hit him with the book. I done talked to white people that's up there in the office, in the clemency office, and they like, Tony, there's no way he got 40. Tony, there's no way he got 40 for $20 for a drug. I said, all right, go read the case. They go read the case. They come back and say, Tony, you're right. You was right. They was like, it was some technicalities in the case to where they was able to break it down. And because he went to trial, they was able to give him the max. And so he got 5 for this, 5 for that, 10 for this, 10 for that. And it was the weed had its own charges, 5 and 10, and 5 and 10 for this, 5 and 10 for that. And the cocaine had his own charges, 5 and 10 for this, 5 and 10 for that. He got to do 27 years. He done 18 years. He went to prison at 46 years old. And he done 18 years for $20 worth of drugs. Like, you got to understand the reality of America. If your skin is melanated, you not finna get no fair shake in that courtroom. You better think very long and hard before you do anything that's finna land you in a courtroom. Cause you finna get that blim blam. They finna hit you with that book. You hear me? Ain't no coming back from it. And all that hollering and hooping and crying and playing the victim and all that. No, they ain't trying to hear none of that. You finna go sit down. You fishing to sit down. Point blank period. And so you got to realize and understand.
Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspects detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Okay. What's right there? So nothing on your person at all? Nothing? Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me? Okay.
I'm gonna be out with this.
A little personal there, okay? Just to make sure.
What'd you say, officer? Officers look like he done live his dream. He done come all this time. He wanted to grab dang-a-lang. He I gotta get a lawsuit for that. Hold on, officer. No, hold on. Officer, hold on. No. Oh, you need to get that little wand and put that in front of me to find some metal. I was gonna be grabbing no handful. What the hell? Also, a little personal. Absolutely personal. Like, oh, what the hell? I'm 17 years old. You ain't grabbing a handful of Angling. My goodness, officer, you need to get reprimanded for that. You need a in-office suspension. Grabbing all kind of Angling. Wait till they bring that wand out here and wand me. You got me in handcuffs. Grabbing all kind of Angling. My goodness. Doing that young man like that.
Okay.
I'm a little personal. Yeah, it was personal.
All right. The victim's going to be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
That's not no track outfit today, but I guess that was his over outfit. I don't know if he's running that day or not.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me. What's happening right now? Victim is over here in the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. Already? No. Already searched him. He's got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened. 423. Check is everything about CPR progress for a little bit. Crazy. That's the wrong thing. Crazy.
Sorry, over here. Up to you. It's up to you.
That's fine. This is closer.
Okay. Let me do one more little check of you, okay?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind for reaching your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You're just wearing the one pair of pants? I'm wearing some little under. Well, yeah. Like, no, ma'am, I don't think so. Okay.
What's your name, man?
Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo.
Show me out.
Okay. Have a seat here real quick, man. Watch your head.
Officer, you need to start watching that porn, officer. Always got a little two hands in there. Come on, the man in cuffs. What is he fishing to do? He can't do nothing through that glass, and he in handcuffs. Let me get one more feel on you. Let me see one. Let me do this one more time. Oh, you did that back there now. Yeah, I mean, all the man, booty crack, all that, grabbing all kind of scrotum, and it looked like there was a track outfit up under there. Looked like he had the little thing that go over your shoulder. Looked like it was folded down, which is just even more so. Like, bro, why do you have a knife on you? Unless he had to keep the knife to like cut his athletic tape off or something, or it's just why you had a knife on you. And then other than that too, it's like if you run track and you're a captain, then you already know you're not supposed to be sitting under another high school tent. Like, that's already common sense. Like, all of this could have been avoided by him being up under his school tent or just up under the bleachers or him getting up. But because of trying to posture and be tough when they say get up, and yes, we can all say, well, they should have just let him sit under his tent. They could have been nice. They didn't have to tell him to move. They didn't have to make him move. That was wrong. We black. We done been through too much. We were slaves. At least you could let us do is sit under your tent. No, nobody have to let you do nothing that's up under their stuff. That's like you saying somebody ought to let you come in their house because you homeless. Somebody ought to let you have some water out their faucet because you ain't got nothing to drink. It's like, don't nobody owe you nothing. Like, ain't nobody coming to save us. And we got to realize and understand that. And so you got to teach your sons and daughters the reality of this here world. Because now you see, Karmelo finna do the time for everybody. He finna do the time for everybody. So don't let his time be done in vain. Let him do the time for your son. Let him do the time for your daughter. Talk to them and let them get the lesson from his incident so that they don't find themselves in the same incident. I hadn't paid no attention to it. I hadn't looked at it. I'm a relationship coach, so I'm focused on that. I seen a couple comments about it. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna talk to my son about it. I already know my son gonna tell me, Dad, that's common sense. I already know that, Dad. I already know he gonna tell me that, but I'm still gonna reiterate it. Still gonna reiterate it because anything can happen.
Take your hood here, buddy, okay? Yes, well, I'll tell you what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? Yes. All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? Yes, all right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo? Yes. A.R. Let's see, hold on one second. I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
M-E-L-O.
M-E-L-O. Karmelo, what's your last name? A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade?
Yes.
Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, buddy, all right? Let me run this guy real quick. I haven't talked to him at all.
Karmelo.
Man. He
hold on.
He was in 12th grade. He said 10th grade. Then he went to 12th grade. Man, but it's sad now. I'm gonna tell you, it's sad. April 2nd, 2025. It was so they did due diligence. They more than a year. And they let him post bond too. He got out. So they even with that, they was like, we not finna treat you like no hardened criminal. So they let him post, that bond that I read that he got out. 17-year-old student at Memorial High School murdered by Karmelo Anthony, a Centennial High School student of the same age while attending a school track meet in Frisco, Texas, United States. Anthony stabbed Metcalf after an altercation, and Metcalf died of his injuries. Anthony was arrested soon after the stabbing and was charged with murder. He pled not guilty, asserting self-defense on June 9th, 2026. Anthony was found guilty of murder at trial and sentenced to 35 years in prison by the jury. The case was the subject of national public attention, and viral social media posts emphasized the races of the perpetrator, who is black, and the victim, who was white. See, this is my thing too. Not to say that a court of law ain't never been wrong and that they don't do us wrong, but in 2026, it's so much evidence and it's so much social media that a judge is literally lynching him or herself if they pass down a wrong judgment. Like it's just too much coverage. It's too much social media today. And so with all them facts being considered, and I'm gonna tell you, like, if I was a judge too, the reaction was greater than the action. And that's a law that, and that's what you need to teach your child too. And that's what my dad taught me and my sister. He said, don't get mad if you hit somebody and they hit you back harder. So Austin Metcalf approached or touched or put his hands on, as Karmelo said. He said, put his hands on me. Karmelo, what did he do to you? Because Karmelo didn't, like, you need to say, he punched me in my mouth. He punched me in my eye. He choked me. He put me in a chokehold. He put me in a full Nelson. He pushed me down the steps. He got on top of me and was beating me. He said he put his hands on me. Like, what? He put his hands on you and so you stabbed him? Like, come on, bro. And the thing about it is, for him to do that, it let me know how soft and scary he is. So he finna go to prison, and I'm hoping he is in a nice prison, because now everybody who in there, they know the real killers. They know you scared. They know you. They know you scared because they know you could have just whooped that boy. They know you could have just squared up and just whooped that boy. For you to stab that boy, they know you scared. So now, if it's anybody in there that want to take booty hole, they coming to take it. If it's anybody that want them a little B, they coming to get it. Anybody, I want all your commissary, boy. Give me your commissary. You're gonna have some people that be like, hey, bro, I got you. I'm gonna look out for you. Like, hang out with me, watch out. And hey, I got you. Like, I understand it. Hey, that what these C's deserve. The C word, y'all know what I'm talking about. That what they deserve. That what they get. You're gonna have some people like that. It's gonna be both sides. And it's gonna be some OGs. It's gonna be some people that tell them, like, hey, you learn the hard way now, huh? All that cool S got you in here with us. Wasn't he worth all that, young blood, was it? If you could do it over, you'll do it different, won't you? Like, why you just ain't swing on him? Why you just ain't whoop him? Somebody gonna talk to him, and they gonna be real with him. Like, the thing about it, everybody ain't scared. Everybody ain't race baiting. Everybody ain't just gonna take your side because you black. They're gonna be like, hey, it wasn't even worth it, was it? Now you in here. 35 loans too. And y'all finna spend this money on appeal. He might get out on some type of parole, and I hope that he gets out and he turns his life around, and that he goes. And I hope if they let him out, that it's a stipulation he got to do 1,000 hours of like speeches around the country talking to these kids about emotional intelligence, talking to them about guns and knives, talking to them about conflict resolution, de-escalation. And just because I don't see him as a victim. I don't see him as a victim on it. It's different. Like, if I'm looking at him and his face is bloody and swollen and all of that, like, your life wasn't at threat. If you didn't even get punched, like, you didn't get punched, your head didn't get slammed in the concrete, you didn't get jumped, because he had to stab multiple people. He just stabbed one person. So it was like he was so ready in his mind. He was so ready. Oh, you took it, boom. Like, just so ready in his mind. Like, he hadn't seen that in his mind. A lot of people don't understand. You see that in your mind. Like, when you see these people and they kill somebody, it's because a lot of people don't know how to have a gun and just have a gun. They picture taking somebody's life. A lot of people can't just have a knife and have a knife. They picture taking somebody's life. So that's one of them things. It's one of them things. One of them things. 2007. That hit different for me. That's my son age. My son is that it was in a class of 2025. Not his young man, twin brother Hunter Metcalf, with whom he played football. And see, this the thing. There's a lot of people just get so caught up in race, and you're not thinking about. And I'm gonna help y'all understand this. I don't have a white wife. It's different if I was a black man with a white wife, and I'm just saying, oh, I'm just taking the white people's side. I don't want my sons to marry a white woman unless it's organic and they meet her and she's amazing. I don't want them to marry a white woman thinking that a white woman is better than other race women. And I done told my sons that. They know that because a lot of black men try to fetishize and trophyize a white woman as this is some type of prize. And I don't like that. I despise that. If y'all don't, love is blind. If you meet somebody and y'all hit it off and y'all of different race, okay, cool. But just picking somebody based off race, no, that's self-hate. That's self-hate. And I tell my sons that. Like, yeah, they probably end up with a white woman because that's happening so much. And they go to a predominantly white school. So it's a possibility it could happen. And I'm gonna have to love my daughter-in-law and treat her with respect. But I'm gonna also call my son out if I feel like he did it because of self-hate. If I feel like he hate his blackness, and he did it because he think black women is dirty and black women is this and black women is that, like some of these men try to portray, and it's gonna go down. He gonna hit my mouth. And so I want you to understand, like, I'm thinking about this boy twin. Can you imagine a twin losing a brother? Think about that, man. And what I'm asking to the Metcalf family is y'all don't let this make you hate black people. Like, don't eat your life up. Don't destroy your life and your heart by hating black people. Hate the act that happened. Don't even hate the young man that did it, because he ain't know no better. He just young and dumb, just scary, trying to prove himself, trying to get some stripes. Thought he was finna get some respect. He did it because he was soft and he was scared and he wanted to come off as tough. He wanted to look tough. And now he got that blim blam, and now he finna see how tough he really is. And I'm praying that prison don't turn him out. And I ain't talking about gay. I'm praying it don't turn him into a monster. Then he can go in there and sit down in there and write some books, write some curriculum, right his wrongs, get his head right. And then my son is April 26th. Was supposed to be July 4th, but he was born premature. So he was a little bit older than these boys. Oldest of 4 children in his family, was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The family later moved to Texas. Anthony was a student at Centennial High School, also in Frisco, where he was a captain of both the track and football team. He had 2 part-time jobs, and at the time of the incident was on track to graduate the following month. He had no prior criminal history, and Anthony and Metcalf did not know each other. So see I don't know if all that is true, but if you captain football and track, captain is a leader. The captain is typically a lame and a square. Like, and I don't use lame in the derogatory terms. The captain is typically a square. So if that's true what they saying, that made no sense for him to have no knife on him at the track meet. Captain ain't carrying no knife, and you work part-time job. I never worked no job. I worked a summer job when I was 16, making $250 a week though. At 16 in the 90s. So I mean, that was big money. Well, probably was 2000. Year 2000, that was big money. But right now, man, come on now. Man, come on. Come on now. You working part-time jobs and you the captain and you got a knife. Come on, man. So listen, and sometimes they will get that sometimes they will get that TV and iPad and all of that. So Karmelo, if somebody know Karmelo, you mess around and see this, man. Turn your pain into purpose. Turn your story into something to where you taking and you live your life and you take and turn this into something. You turn this into something. And you go ahead and you change your life, man. You need to change your life. I'll tell you that right now, man. And you gonna write you a book, write you some content, write you some stuff that's gonna put you in a better light, that's gonna get your life right, and get that stuff on out there, man. Like, go ahead and help somebody else. Take this right here, help somebody else. Help somebody else change their life. That's sad. But yeah, but hey, God bless y'all. Keep your head up. Listen, take this right here, learn from it, teach your sons from it, your daughters from it, because it's happening with girls too. We just don't see it talked about as much. These young girls, they stabbing each other, they beating on each other, they jumping on each other, they beating people to death. Like, talk to your kids about staying out the way. Stop trying to be cool. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be all this and that. Get your butt somewhere, get in your classroom, get your work done, get you an education, and stay your butt out the way. Stop trying to fit in and be cool. Hey, this Tony Gasson. God bless you. All the important links in the description. We got the boys summer program coming up. I'm trying to raise real men, trying to help them grow and learn, stay out of trouble. Don't want to see these stories right here. If the Lord been good to you, if you ain't raising children of your own, click the link in the description. We need your help. Just booked our Airbnbs for Nashville. Had to book 2 different ones because we take about 20 boys. So I had to book 2 different Airbnbs. Thank y'all so much. That cost close to about $4,000 right there for that trip. And then still got to book all our flights, which is what's really gonna run us. So I've been trying to raise as much as I can. So, because whatever we short, I have to come out of pocket. So thank y'all so much for the love and support. It means more than you know. I know it's gonna touch these boys' lives, change their lives forever. And then we come home and the next week we got Chicago. So this a real hard time right now because I'm having to spend a whole lot of money, and so I'm just praying God for provision. But the hope is that they learn, they see, they experience, and that it changes the trajectory of their life for the better so that they can stay out of these situations that Carmelo Anthony and this young man found themselves in. And we're going to have us a good long talk about this too on our next trip. But hey, God bless you, and we'll talk soon.